Hey YouTube, Tech for Time here, and in this video today I'll be doing a review of the Ollcollp lens kit for the iPhone 4/4S. I ordered this lens off a website called ollcollp.com, and a while ago I did an unboxing of this lens with a few other items I ordered, and you can see that. I'll put a link on the screen now if you want to go check that out. So we'll go on ahead and get into this video now. Okay, there are a few pros and cons with this lens, but overall I think it's worth the purchase if you film a lot with your iPhone or you want a new set of lenses to mess around with. So the three lenses that come with this is the fisheye lens, then there's the wide angle lens, and when you twist the wide angle lens off, you get the macro lens for really close-up shots. Okay, so I'll start off by talking a little bit about the fisheye lens. This is the main reason that I ordered this lens kit, was for the fisheye lens. And this is because I use my phone for a lot of filming, and the fisheye lens lets you see further distance, left and right, so you have a wider picture. Show you how you put it on first. You just push it onto the side, just clips on over the corner and sits on. But one thing to note is it doesn't really fit. It's not really too tight on it. Like, there's a bit of play in it, it moves around a little. But I'd say if you had a front and back screen protector, this would be fine. I have a front one, and the odd time I get a piece of paper and put it there when I'm putting this on, so it sits on nice and tightly so it doesn't fall off. But with the front screen protector, it sits fine, but it's not like really tight. It wouldn't move around, but it's fairly loose at the same time. So firstly, I'll start off by demonstrating how this works for taking pictures. If you're mainly taking pictures, there's absolutely no problems with this lens when you're taking pictures. I'll just show you a few of the pictures I've taken with this lens just there. So these are all pictures I took with the lens. And as you can see the rings around the sides, so it's like a full circle. There's a slight bit on the left here where it kind of cuts the circle off, but that doesn't really matter. It gives you a much larger field of view. I'll show you a picture now with and without the fisheye in the exact same position. So this is a picture without the fisheye, and I'll put the fisheye in the exact same position. So as you can see, there's a lot of difference between the two pictures. You can see a lot further, and it's nicer to see. And the picture looks a lot cooler than just a normal camera lens. You can go up to objects real closely, like this coin here. You can go real close to them and still get a decent picture. And it works as a kind of a magnifying glass sort of thing, where it zooms in on the middle and the sides spread out more, less zoomed in. When using the fisheye lens for taking photos, I've absolutely no problems. It works 100%. There's no downsides, so I've nothing bad to say about that. So now I'll move on to taking videos with the fisheye. There is one slight problem, but there's a way around it. When you go up to the video on the iPhone, it's at its highest setting. You can't turn down the video quality. So this is, I think it's 1080p HD, so that's the highest it's at, and you can't change it with the video app. So as you can see, it's like not very zoomed out, but it's more zoomed out than it was before. I'll just show you like with and without it now. That coin's just about in the picture. I'm gonna put the fisheye on. You can see like well past the coin. So it is a big difference, but like it's not that much a difference because it's already so zoomed in with the standard video app. And if you want to be able to see the rings, I know a way around this, but you will be losing a lot of quality in your videos. So there are many apps you can find. You can find one that's your favourite. There's, I think, Slow Pro you can use, but one I like to use is this one here, Video Camera. It may cost, I'm not sure, but the good thing about this app is you can go into the settings and you can choose your video quality. So you can choose high 1080, 720, 480, low, medium. I usually use 720 because when I'm editing and rendering videos, I never bother using 1080p. I just think there's no need. Because at 720, it's zoomed out further than it is on 1080 on the standard app. But if that's still not enough, you can go even further than that. So when you go to 480p, then you'll start seeing the circles, the like rings around the side. So I'll show you that now. So if I put the fisheye on, now you can see the actual fisheye circle. But it is noticeable to see the difference in the quality. So I'll go ahead and I'll show you a few videos now of the different qualities. So this is the video with the fisheye on the standard 1080p with the iPhone app, the camera app. So it's the highest quality, but you don't really notice the difference. I'll just take off the fisheye now and let you see. So that's straight zoomed in on the table. But with it on, you can see a lot further. So it is a big difference, but may not be enough as you want. But this is standing in the same position with 720p on the video camera app. I'll put the fisheye now and it's around, like, it's almost the same as the 1080p on the standard camera app, but you'll notice a much bigger difference now with the 480p. Okay, so now with the 480p, without the fisheye, you can see it's fairly zoomed out. When I put the fisheye on, you'll firstly see the rings around the side, but it's also a lot zoomed out. So this would be you can obviously go like lower down in quality, but if you're looking for real zoomed out, this would be the best to use, but you're losing also a lot of quality. So that's a demonstration of those three. So that's pretty much with the fisheye lens. So it's perfect with photos, absolutely no problems, brilliant with photos. For videos, you might have a few problems where if you want to be able to see the circles around the sides in your video, you won't be able to see them unless you go down to 480p. I was annoyed with this at first, but it doesn't really bother me anymore, like, seeing as how it does give you a much larger viewing area on your video, and it like really does make such a big difference. Okay, so now moving on to the next lens. This is on the other side, and when you take the cap off, you get the wide angle lens. And I have to admit, I've pretty much never used this lens because I haven't really found a need to. Because if I want to make it wider, I just use the fisheye. But I'll have a look at it. I'll have a look at it now, actually, on the photo. So you can see a photo of it here, and it's pretty much the same as the fisheye, but it's not as far zoomed out, so you don't get the cut off edges and a circle around it. So it's pretty much just the fisheye lens, but not as far zoomed out. So if you don't want to see the rings, you use the wide angle lens, which I've pretty much never used. So I don't need to really talk anymore about that lens. Okay, so the next lens on this is the macro lens, and this would be my second favourite lens next to the fisheye. And this is for really up close shots. And it's just that, and I really like this lens. I've taken some nice pictures with it. So I'll show you it now. I'll test it out in this coin actually. So you go really close to it, and they'll start focusing real well. Get up real close to things. I have a few good pictures taken with this. I've taken some really nice pictures with this. I'll show them up to you now. This first one is of broccoli. I know it seems a bit strange, but it's broccoli up really close. You can just move up so close to it, and you just have to wait till it focuses properly. You can take the picture. This next one is of a guitar string up really close. You can see all the high detail of the string coiled around. Then the next one is of a guitar where the string wraps around I'm not sure what it's called, but the string wraps around some metal thing where when you twist that tightens or loosens the string when you're tuning it. That's also a real nice picture. And that one's of a knife up close, the blade. That's a coin up close. So you can see that these pictures with the macro lens are real nice. I've nothing bad to say about the macro lens. I don't think you'd need to use it for video, so I wouldn't use it for video. But it is nice to have to use with pictures. It's fun to use the odd time, and you get some real nice pictures out of it that you wouldn't believe came off an iPhone. So it's cool to mess around with. Get real close-up shots of some fabrics or just items that you wouldn't think look like they'd up close, like the broccoli there. So pretty much, if you're mainly taking photos and you wanted these lenses, you'll have absolutely no problems and they'll be brilliant for you. But if you're taking videos for the fisheye lens, there might be like a few problems that might annoy you. But I think this lens is brilliant. It's real cheap off that website and it is like worth every single penny. If you like this video, remember to leave a thumbs up. It doesn't take too long to do and I like to see that people are liking my videos. Leave a comment below if you have any other questions about where I got this, or just if you have any problems with yours. And remember to be subscribed to see all the new videos that I put out.